Talk to me about the difference here. Like, okay, you went to Robert Kiyosaki, you're looking at multifamily, and then you saw the ability to go towards trailer parks or mobile home parks. What is the big difference, mobile home versus multifamily?
There are so many, because I have a lot of friends in multi, so
Right.
I keep a constant ear to the ground. Long story short, I mean, it's turnover.
Got it.
So the difference is you're shifting the ownership of the resident in the community.
Right.
And there is a community difference. Like you're offline talking about your mom living in a manufactured home in Napa.
Right.
Like, that's awesome. The sense of community in these is different, and you own your home. So then if you want to put a new home in or you want to paint it and, make whatever improvements to it, you can.
It's
so
yours.
that ownership shifts the whole ball game from the management side. As long as if you don't screw up a mobile home park, it's going to work.
If you don't step on your own crank, it's going to be fine.
Literally,
in managing a mobile home park.
You just go in, you be a good steward, you keep all the touch points up to snuff. You take care of the clubhouse, the entry, the lights, just normal stuff.
Right.
The roads, the water, sewer, electrical connections to the homes, like anything that's your responsibility, take care of it. And be a good example, and the residents will do the rest.
Let me ask you real quick before we go farther. Okay, mobile home park, manufactured home, trailer park. What is the difference? Like, we hear all these names. Is it the same thing? What's going on?
Totally the same thing. In essence, like a trailer started being built in the 50s.
Okay.
And then you have the evolution of a trailer, which was more of a travel trailer. Like they literally towed them behind their Cadillacs.
Right.
It's cool.
That's the Gulfstream, right? They just drop legs somewhere.
Yeah, it just really more of like what we think of today as an RV or a travel trailer. That's where this whole thing started. Arizona was a destination for the north, just get out of in the winter. So they'd go to the desert and spend the winter, and when the nice sunshine and all that. So we have pictures of like mobile home parks that now look like manufactured home communities.
Right.
Where it was 50s style Cadillacs pulling trailers. So that's a trailer park where it's literally like a 1950s, 60s era trailer.
Got it.
And then it looks like all hodgepodgey because they've built on it, additions off the sides and all that. Then you go to, after 1974, you now got a HUD code. So everything's standardized across the board. So you had to use certain construction methods. It had to be basically a modern home.
Got it.
Now, we have different building codes out here because of earthquakes, just like back in Georgia and Alabama, you have different issues with tornadoes. And so after 74, they're mobile homes. And then the transition from mobile home to manufactured home is a branding dynamic. When the big dogs like Warren Buffett bought Clayton Homes.
Right.
It's manufactured homes.
Sure.
And we were trying to get away from the mobile home trailer park world.
And I look, manufactured home 100%, and we'll talk about this more, but you're right. You can get a manufactured home that comes on a flatbed, but once it's put together, it looks like a regular home.
You can even pit set them. You dig a hole, you set them, you pour concrete on grade. You don't even have to step up to them.
You never know. And I want to go into this because you brought this up, and it's a huge difference. With mobile home parks, you're not focused on renting to individual people who are in the house per se.
Correct.
You're doing the space lease. So whether that's a new manufactured home or an old trailer on it, like you just take care of that. That's where
we're
the
the property
investment is.
owners. We're the landlord. We, in essence, own the HOA.
Got
it's like, and that's another way to look at it. And then we lease the lot to them. The lot is pretty defined because you have the electrical pedestal that's right next to their house, and then you'll have an area where they park, and then the next neighbor's electrical pedestal. So it kind of gives them that chunk of land. And they lease it. Average lease today is probably, obviously it's location dependent, but across Phoenix it's like $850,
Really?
$900
per space. And so this is the reason why there's not as much turnover, because the people who are leasing that space, that's their home.
They own it.
And they own it, and they're not really going, they're not on a year lease where they're like, okay, well, now we got to go somewhere else. They're literally, that's their spot.
And it costs money to move it. Like
Yeah.
20,
Oh, yeah, a lot of
30,000.
money. A lot of money to
You
move it.
basically set a home permanently.
Yeah.
And this is a fun stat, 95% of manufactured homes, once they're set, never leave.
Never really.
So it's more of you have the resident is done living there,
Right.
puts their home up for sale. Some other resident comes in, buys it, they leave.
Got it.
And then we approve and don't have criminals and stuff like that. So as long as you're not a criminal, really, it's easy enough to get
And
through
that stat is what totally outpaces a standard like multifamily, where there's a lot more turnover. I mean,
product bring it online too. So
Yep.
you can't build these mobile home parks.
Yeah.
It is so hard. I mean, I know guys that are doing it, and it is hard for big dogs, like guys that have a lot of money. Actually, Sam Zell wrote a book on investing. Have you ever read it?
No, I haven't.
It's amazing. It's called Am I Being Too Subtle? Because he was like this little guy. He could have been like an actor. He was really an interesting looking sounding guy.
Settle's a great name, by the way.
And he was just a hard ass. And anyways, he figured out that you could build until you're blue in the face. The risk was unreal because of the red tape.
Got it.
All of it. Your controls were watered down by the government.
All right, if you're enjoying this content, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and check out the description below for our websites listed. Thanks a lot for joining.